Alright, committee number 4, rail. Minimum standard length of the rail. The recommended practice. The minimum standard length of the rail is 33 feet. Temperature expansion length of the rail. The table should be put up and allowed to make the expansion for the 33-foot rail. The temperature shall be taken to the rail, and the openings between the rails shall be as follows: -20 to 0 degrees, 1 5/16 inch; 0 to 25 degrees, 1/4 inch; 25 to 50 degrees, 3 16 of an inch; 55 to 75 degrees, 1/8 of an inch; 75 to 100 degrees, 1/16 of an inch. Over the 100 degrees to be laid close without bumping. The specification for the Bessemer steel rail. The entire process of the manufacturer testing shall be taken in accordance with the best practice. Special care must be taken to conform the following instructions. Ingots should be taken with a vertical position and pit heating. Furnaces unit until ready to be rolled until the metal in the interior has been time solidified. No bled ingots shall be used. The sufficient material should be discarded from the top of the ingot and secured with round rails and ensure sound rails. The rails of the various weights per yard specified below shall be conformed to the following limits of the chemical composition. You have carbons, phosphorus shall not be carbon and phosphorus shall not exceed, silicone shall not exceed, and magnesium 50 to 59% of the pound. 50 to 59 pounds percent, 60 to 69% pounds percent, 70 to pounds, 70 to 79 pounds percent, 80 to 89 pounds percent, 90 to 100 pounds percent. Alright, one drop of the test shall be made with a piece of the rail with not less than 4 foot, no more than 6 foot long. Selected with each of the blow of the steel. The teeth of the test piece shall be taken from the top of the ingot with the rail should be placed with the upward with the support of the various sections shall be subjected to the following impact test under the free falling weight. If any of the rail break when subject with the drop test, the 2 additional tests will be made with other than rail same blow of the test. If either these later tests fail with all result rails blow with the representative will be rejected with both the additional test basis of the meet the requirements. All rails of the blow will be represented will be accepted. The number of passes speed of the train shall be regulated with the leaving the roll of the final pass with the temperature of the rail will not exceed the required shrinkage allowance for the hot soles of the 6 inches within 85 pounds or 6 1/8 of an inch with a 100-pound rail. No artificial means of the cooling of the rail should be used between the finishing of the pass and the hot soles. Above the shrinkage allowance may be varied within necessary so that given the finishing temperature not exceeding 1600 degrees the Fahrenheit, a finishing roll for the mills rolling of the reheated blooms not exceeding 1750 degrees Fahrenheit, and finishing roll for the mills rolling directly from the bloom to finished rail. The drop testing machine shall have the top of the 2,000-pound weight of the striking face within which have the radius not more than 5 inches. The test rail shall be placed with the upward head upwards of the sole of the support with 3 feet part of the anvil blocking the weight and shall be less than 20,000 pounds, and the support shall be part of the firm secured with the anvil. The port of the drop test shall state the atmospheric temperature of the time was made. Chemical analysis. The manufacturer shall furnish the inspector daily with the carbon determined for each of the blow, completing the chemical analysis every 24 hours, representing the average of the other elements contained with the steel. Each day of the night term, the analysis shall be made with the drilling taking the smallest test ingot. Section 7. Unless otherwise specified, the section of the rail, the American standard recommended by the American Society of Civil Engineers shall conform the accurately as possible the tile with the furnished with the railroad company consistent in paragraph number 8 relative to the specified weight variation height of 1/64 of an inch and less or 1/32 is greater than the specified height and 1/16 of its width of the permitted section of the rail shall conform perfectly with the finished dimension weight. The weight of the rail shall be maintained as nearly as possible as after complying with the paragraph of number 7 specified with the contract variation 1/2 of the 1% of the entire order of the allowed the rail shall be accepted to pay according to the actual weight. 9. Length. The standard length of the rail shall be 33 feet with the 10% of the entire order with except the short length verifying even of the foot. Even feet at 27 feet, and all number 1 rails should be less than 30 feet and 33 feet and shall be painted green or on the end. Variation of 1/4 inch of the length of the shall be specified below be allowed. Drilling. Circular hole splice bars shall be drilled in accordance with the specification of the purchaser. The hole and accurately conform with the drilling dimensions furnished every respect and must be made from free of the burrs. Rails should be straightened with the furnishing straight being with the width which colds and small smooth head salt square the ends of the variation not over the 32nd of the prior shipment which shall be held with the burn across the salt cutting removed the ends of the clean number 1 rail should be free of the injurious defects and flaws of the kinds. Of all kinds. 12. The name of the maker and the weight of the rail and the mouth of the year of the manufacturer shall be rolled and raised letters on the side of the web, but the number of the blow shall be plainly stamped on each of the rail whenever the mill will not be subsequent to be covered with the spliced bars. Inspection. The inspector representing with the purchaser shall have free entirely entry of the work of the manufacturer of all times the contractor being filed, shall have the reasonable facility order affirmed with the manufacturer to certify the furnished material with the furnished accordance with the terms of the specification. All test inspections shall be made with the place of the manufacturer prior to shipment. 14. Number 2 rails. Number 2 rails will be accepted up to 5% of as well the whole order of the rails of the process. Possess injurious defects which and any other cause of them are not suitable first quality, or number 1 rails should be considered or as number 2 rails, provided however the rails should be contained with the physical defects which impair the strength, should be rejected, and involved the number 2 rails should be painted white in order of distinguishing the rail was rejected under the drop test will not be accepted number 2 rails as number 2 rails. Our committee number 5, track.